Hey guys, it's me, Ago here. Hi. Hello. Today, I'm gonna take some time to introduce Harris' new foundation, as well as show you a swatch of all the shades and a durability test. Harris Silky Stay 24-Hour Longwear Foundation. With a total of 12 shades, the selection looks good to choose from and use for a variety of skin tones. I find the simple yet sophisticated design of this foundation to be very pretty at first sight. The foundation comes in a pump-type container, so you can easily control the amount of product you want to use by adjusting the force you apply onto the pump. In addition, the pump will not dispense too much product even when pumped down all the way, so it's quite comfortable to use. Pumping the foundation on the back of my hand, it seems slightly watery and moist in texture. The application is very moist and soft and applies seemingly with a good adhesion. It feels very close-fitting with a slightly silky finish, so it looks like a subtle glow is developing from within the skin. I actually first got my hands on Harris Silky Stay 24-Hour Longwear Foundation as soon as it was released and have been using it ever since with much satisfaction. I really like the way it feels on the skin when applied, as it makes my skin look smooth and clean. As for the coverage, it's comparatively less than the new black cushion I had always used before. The coverage it provides is very natural-like. If you need more coverage, you can apply a layer, as by doing that increase the coverage to some extent. For the smear test, I put on a mask on after applying it unevenly. Since it's fast fixing, I can see that there was barely any transfer, so I don't think it would be an exaggeration to say that it does not stain at all. There was a press mark from the mask, but it disappears over time, so it's not visible. In the case of smearing, I felt that it depends on the tool used. I tried applying on the foundation with a puff, brush, and my hands. Personally, the product smeared more than expected when I used a puff and my brush, whereas when I applied it on with my hands, there were hardly any smearing. This might be noteworthy reference to take point of. Haley tried this foundation out first and she said that she liked it so much, so I went ahead to buy one myself. After trying it on myself, I knew I had to introduce it to you all, so I got my hands on all the shades. So far, while using this foundation, I've only need to slightly touch up the area around my mouth after eating something, but besides that, I've never needed to do a full makeup touch-up at all. But if you feel that you need to touch up, doing with a brush seems to do a better job than with a puff. When touching up with a puff or sponge, it feels like it's peeling off. Applying all the shades onto my arm, I can see that the overall shades have a natural looking color. With a total of 12 colorful shades, it seemed to have a wide range of tones such as cool, neutral, and warm. But after some time passed, I was able to see that there was a bit of tone down. Now that I've introduced Harris Silky Stay 24-Hour Longwear Foundation, let's move on to see how they look as I apply them on. 13N1 Porcelain. This being the lightest neutral tone shade, it has a strong, clear, and bright feeling. It has a bit of a milky rosy tone, and I think it'll be perfect for those who usually use number 13. 17C1 Petal Ivory. This is a bright shade recommended for cool tones, and I can see that the base is slightly pink. This shade feels lively, and since there's not much redness, it seems comfortable to use, and is a shade I recommend for number 19. 17N1 Ivory. This is a clear and bright shade with a neutral tone that also seems to be a good shade for number 19. This shade feels slightly yellowish compared to Petal Ivory, but the skin tone seems to be neutral when applied. 19N1 Light Vanilla. This is a new shade and is a shade that Haley says that she likes the most. If you usually like a bright number 21 with a neutral yet bright feel, this shade will fit you well. 21C1 Rosé Vanilla. This is a number 21 shade that is recommended for cool tones. Rosé Vanilla also doesn't have much redness, and the milky pink tone is reflected on the skin tone to make it look beautiful. 21N1 Vanilla. This is a number 21 shade with a neutral tone, and it's a shade that reflects pink tones and apricot tones that are slightly more milky than neutral. This is a shade that creates a slightly bright and lively look. 21W1 Warm Vanilla. Warm Vanilla is a standard number 21 shade recommended for warm tones. If you're using the black cushion number 21, then this shade will suit you well. It's a shade that looks stable on number 21 skin tones. 23C1 Pink Beige. This is a number 23 shade that is recommended for cool tones that feels a little bright. I find this to be a shade that seems better suited for number 22 than number 23. 23N1 Beige. This is the neutral tone number 23 shade. I recommend this for those who usually use number 23, and this is the shade I'm currently using. If you normally use the Black Cushion 23N1, please note that it may feel a bit darker after a while. 23W1 Sand Beige. This is the shade that is recommended for warm tone number 23, and it's a shade that looks a bit yellowish. This shade is recommended for skin that appears heavily blushed or red. 25N1 Amber. Neutral tone amber seems like a good shade to use if recommended for skin tones around number 24. While it's not too dark, it's a bit bright for number 25, so it seems to be a good shade that won't feel dull when used. 27N1 Honey. Honey, this is the darkest shade that carries a hint of orange. It seems suited for number 25 to number 26 skin. As the saturation is not high, it will not make your skin look like a burnt sweet potato. Like this, I showed you all the shades of Harris Silky Stay Foundation. And now I'll finish the video by showing you how durable it is. When I first applied it, it seemed to make my skin look neat while expressing the texture of my skin evenly, as this was my skin's natural appearance. What was strange was that there was no scratches or crumbling parts even after having worn a mask for a long time. Except for the tone down, when looking around the nose, mouth, and around the eyes, while buildups or dead skin cells can easily occur, I can see the original appearance. Like this, I've introduced Harris Silky Stay Foundation. Personally, I think it's a very good foundation, and I feel like I found my all-time favorite foundation, so I'm using it with great satisfaction. Since it's a light foundation that feels comfortable on the skin without feeling stuffy, I highly recommend it as a summer foundation. If you have yet to find your lifetime best foundation, I recommend trying the Harris Silky Stay 24-hour long wear foundation. So my video is still here. Thank you for watching my video today. Don't forget to subscribe, press the like buttons, and please leave some comments for me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.